Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, Jason gave me a call, otherwise known as 5150 MXVW channel, that he knew of this tractor that's been sitting for how long?
As far as I've been driving by it for almost 10 years, I've never seen it move. So your guess is as good as mine.
And they were looking to, something's going on with the property or something, and they're trying to get rid of it now, clean up the property.
Yeah, the property's for sale, so I was contacted. If I knew anyone who might be interested in purchasing this tractor, and I said, I know just the guy.
I'm the guy. It's actually the same, almost the same as the one I have now. It's an L series, it looks like, but two-wheel drive. It definitely looks like it was parked for some kind of reason because the hood's off to the side and smashed and beat up. It's a 3-cylinder diesel. Got a bucket on it, loader, small loader on it. Tires are up at least. It looks like the best part of it's the tiller that's on the back of it. So I have my car trailer ready to rock and roll, and I believe we're going to make a deal. The owner's going to be around shortly, and we'll kind of go from there. But don't know anything about its issues or history, and neither does the owner of the property. There's no key in it neither, I don't see. I wonder if it's the same as the one that I have. The other problem is the hydraulics are already down, so we got to figure out how to get them up in the air a little bit to be able to get it on the trailer. But Jason has his Kubota on his trailer, and he's come to the property too. And we're going to try to use that for a little bit of help to get it on there. One way or another, we'll get it on there, but this is what we got to work with. Let's go see what we got for. Yeah, it's been there a tad, huh? Actually, the paint's not bad. I figured that would have been all rotted out. And it is a L225 is the series. Mine's early 70s. I figured this one's about the same. It looks like, see if we can figure out a little bit of what's going on. It's got no air cleaner. It's got no crossbar across the front. I don't know if they were having engine problems with it or what was going on. Not sure what that's happening. Don't know if it turns. Fortunately, the intake is going up and back down, so no water probably went down the intake being open like this. But it's cheap enough to screw with. Again, the loader alone is worth what I'm paying for, and then the tiller on the back I believe I'm going to buy separately. It may or may not go with the deal, but we're going to go again work on that to see how it goes. All right. It's got an hour meter on it. And it says 1,471, which isn't terrible if it works, right? Yeah. I have a feeling that wiring might be an issue on this thing. Seat's gone. Tires are holding the air. They've been sitting however long they've been sitting like that. They're a little dry rotted, but you get it's a tractor, not a car, so it's not that big of a deal going down the road. That's the best part of it. Hopefully we can get that on the deal. Awesome. So we got to see about getting the implements up. Worst case, we could take that one right off. But we're going to try hooking a chain to it and working the lever and see if we can lift up on it and just let the valve float. Hopefully it'll stay in the up position. We don't have to go screw with any of that. So let's go find out. Yeah.
way the valve is. Going up? Up forward. I think it just doesn't have any pressure, so it doesn't want to stay. There's probably like air in the system, so there's no hydraulics to hold it. I tried shutting the valve off, but it wouldn't stay.
So raise it up and then we'll ratchet it somehow?
Yeah, we'll hook a chain to it. Is that as high as you can get it? Pull forward too so it doesn't slip off. There you go. That's good. We'll work with that.
So we end up going with a ratchet strap from the frame of the loader to the top of that. He's going to let it down and see what we get right now. That'll do just fine. Hopefully the front cooperates as much as that did.
I think so. Good.
So there's about 40 years difference between the two of those. This has no hydraulic fluid left in any of the lines for it to stay on. Probably gonna try getting a bar or a piece of wood or something to lay in between it on the frame to hold it up. Let's see if this will give us enough room to work with. Come on down. Keep going. And the bucket's gonna be a little, let's go all the way down, see what you get. It's gonna hit on the trailer going down, but yeah, I think we got the right idea. I think if we just get like another 4 inches underneath that, that'll get that bucket up about another 8.
Okay.
On the fitting a little. Okay. Come on down. That's got it. Hopefully the brakes aren't frozen. We're gonna go find out right now. See if she'll roll a little bit. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna sit you guys up in a stand. I'm gonna go steer.
Uh-oh. Okay. I think it's gonna turn. Smooth, isn't it? That's a good look for it.
I can't see that side.
Now what?
Fail. I can't see that side. I thought you had that side.
I thought I had that side.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You guys didn't say a damn thing. You just watched it all happen. I think you should steer it towards this way a little bit, and we just keep winching and we see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's easy to do.
If it falls off, we just go the other way.
Oh, the other way?
The other way.
Oh, you said left? I was busy looking at that wasp. I think there's a nest.
The rear's probably gonna fall off. That's okay. Ready?
Oh, sure.
Good. Leave it like that.
All right.
Now straighten it out. Good. Just kind of figure this side. Let it rip. I am 95% tied down, and Mother Nature started kicking up over the top of us. Doing that, so I figured it might be a better idea just to kind of hang out in the truck for a little bit. Just saying. I think we'll let this blow over. I'm trying to get out of the tree line. You look a little moist. You look a little moist.
Oh, it changed. I'm dry. I was running around with my head cut off out there.
I backed up. I didn't want to be underneath the trees.
Yeah, it was smart. I didn't notice that.
I don't know if I bashed into anything, but
Still did miss us.
yeah, still making a little bit of noise that way. Looks better when it's washed. Well, that certainly takes up a little bit more room than our average garden tractor in this area. All right, let's get into it and see if we can figure out either what it failed for and fix it, or not fix it, and or if we just get it to run and it's just, you know, been parked and neglected and just needs a little bit of love. So first thing we gotta see if that thing turns over, if the engine has any kind of locked up issues. Again, there's no air cleaner on it, so that's not really a great sign, but at least it goes uphill first and back down, so water would probably have a tendency not to run in there. Let's grab a wrench, we'll throw it on the alternator maybe, and see if we can get a little bit of spin out of it. So to make sure we can get a full circle. Nothing's running into anything. I don't know if you can see it, there's a bolt down there on the crank. She went all the way around. That's a good sign. Let's, I want to get this air cleaner nozzle hose off, make sure there's no crap or nests are in there that's going to get sucked in. And let's go check that battery real quick if there's any chance that that'll have any kind of life to it, we'll throw that on a charger while we're screwing around with the other stuff. Let's get on there with a test light. A little bit of fun trying to get around all this framework. You guys got a good seat. Anything? Ah, the battery's actually got a little bit of juice in it. Surprised. Let's, I'm going to take that right out of there, throw it on a charger while we're screwing around. The battery posts weren't even tight. I think it's got one of those little pop-up handles. Maybe. There you go. Come on. Yeah. Gonna fit. It's out of there. Is there a date on it? I'll go check that maybe. And we'll throw the meter on it. I do not see a hot or a ground. It's 50-50 yes. As long as the needle jumps upward. Oh, wrong way. See if the needle stays. Actually not terrible. It's in the weeks. I'm even amazed. That battery has been sitting out in the weather for a long time. But I'm going to throw a charger on that while we're waiting. And judging by the wiggle, it's got one of those easy to remove exhaust systems for access to maintenance repairs as needed. Wiggle that right out of there. Alright, I'm going to shove one of you skinny guys down inside there. Take a look at see anything happening. You can actually see in the viewfinder. That's just scratches I put in there, right? I think we're good. No mouse looking back at us. Don't see a dipstick anywhere on it, but I think what it is going to be that fill plug. I'm guessing that is right there. I'm not sure if that is that or is that just a drain for the coolant. Yeah, I don't see anything anywhere else. That might be a bleeder for the injection pump. I do not see a dipstick on it. Like I said, I have another tractor that's like this. It is the smaller engine version in four-wheel drive, but that one has a dipstick on it. I don't see anything unless you see something. I do not. So let's go crank that out of there, see what we get. Whether it's coolant or oil or neither. I'm going to try looking a little bit harder because it's right there. Yeah, diesel usually is really nasty really quick. I'm not going to worry about changing it as long as it's got fluid in it just enough to see if it'll run. We'll get to that later. Let's see what we got. Got enough. Yeah, she is definitely. Looks like black paint to me. Alright. Anything else you want to go? Just check for coolant real quick. That's good. You got green stuff. I say we try getting some kind of power to. Oh, we need a key. Oh, yeah, that switch is a little like clapped outside, like somebody's been. See if we can get it with a. Yeah. All right. That's why it's got no key. It's like somebody punched out the center of it. I might be able to do it with that. So this just turns it on and off. Don't forget like an old crappy key I'll shove in there. We'll just use. So yeah, we just turn it on with this switch. The one that actually makes it crank and run the glow plugs is this one over here. Yeah, but a forklift key and kind of just flops around inside there. There we go. All right. Forklift does it. Jumper pack. Let's see if and it comes alive for us. Got oil light, which is good. Let's just for shits and giggles, let's give her. No. Kind of clicks over. Let's and there always could have been a failure why this thing would stop being used, and that also being the starter. Let's run the jumper pack. We'll grab a bolt like right here and we'll put it right here. We'll eliminate this and we'll take a screwdriver. We'll go across the circuit. We'll get rid of the key switch, see if it's the starter or anything else. Let's go try with the key one more time. I relocated that lead. The ground lead is right to the side of the block. There we go. Let's give her a listen. It's got glow plugs on it. I just want to kind of crank it through and get some fuel up to it too. Yeah, I'll just crank it for a little bit. See if she'll just go without the glow plugs. It's fairly warm out. Where's our throttle? That should be all the way off. That's full throttle. Let's give her just right about there, just a little bit above idle. Chugging like it's got something. Uh-oh. Look at you to stand. Hey, I think she's gonna go. Come on. Go, baby. You're losing battery. I'm gonna give her a little bit more throttle, and then we'll get some more power to it. Yeah, I'm out of juice. Let's start to cool off a little bit. I get some more power. We'll get her to go. The other battery's still on the charger, but I got this one, which is test okay. Let's see how that one does for us. That's about as tight as those posts were. I'm gonna go crank down on them. We'll probably use the jumper pack too. We'll put both of them on together. See what we get. All right, round 2 or 3. Not sure where we left off. Let's go. You're looking in the right spot? Give it right there. Well, it's good when the throttle sticks full throttle. Let's go see what is going on with that. Yeah, the lever is definitely bound right up. Is that the gas pedal pushed down? You got a throttle level here. Here's your thumb screw. I went to try either direction on the lever. That's idle. I think I had it in the wrong spot. Good thing the clip popped off. Alright, that's idle. Make sure we're working. That's always good for an engine that never ran before. And just me being a meathead. Oh well. That was perfect. I get paid more. Alright, let's go try to set her up again, see if we can get her to idle. Let's try this again. I got no power. Yeah, the key's off. I turned the key off.
How's anything leaking out of it? You want to try giving the hydraulics a whirl? See if that loader does anything. The valves look a little screwed up. I know what that one's laying over. That one's not even hooked up. Let's go try the other one. There she goes. Get those boards out of it. Wipe out my toolboxes. How's anything leaking? Try to see if that rear PPO will come up. Get that strap off of there. Doesn't feel right. Might be all the way in the up position. Let's go shut her down. I don't know if it's got a, no, I think the decompression valve is missing. So we just shut it off by lifting the lever up. Cool. Let's, I don't know what the hell's going on here with all this wire and stuff holding things together. Let's see if we can get that kind of stuff hooked up, see if the bucket curls and all. And get the strap off. We'll get the tiller sitting down and we'll see if any of this stuff works. How's that, huh? That was pretty easy. Except for running at full throttle. Sad part is I own one of these too. Life of a dyslexic. And then water coming out of the bucket. I don't see anything being an issue. I gotta go turn the paint on, open the garage door, get some of this air sucked out of here. See if we can smash that onto the floor. Nothing. Toes. Point hitch, I can't get it to go up. I'm gonna go screw around with it, see if I can figure it out. should be up for me right there. Actually, that's up. I'm gonna go think about that for a minute. Let's go screw around with the loader part of it. Then we'll get back to the 3-point hitch. Worst case, we can take the tiller off for now. We may have a low fluid level that's making that do that. And what is the deal here? So this needs to get flipped around in there, and that should curl our bucket. All right, let's go fire it up again, see what we get. Anything on there? These are going to need some kind of emotional support. I don't see any leaks, nothing major anyway. Those lines look kind of nasty. Pick the tractor off the ground. Nope, I killed it. Oh well. Give her some RPM. Get it off those dollies now. There we go. We don't need these anymore. Awesome. Yeah, it's on its own hydraulic system, and then I think the transmission, I don't know if the power steering, what that's tied into. You could probably check that too. That looks like it's running off of the transmission. So we'll see if the power steering works. If that works, then we know that at least there's some fluid circulating around there. If not, maybe that's our issue. Might as well sit in the driver's seat, right? Yeah, I think we're just good to go, crank. You've got no power steering at all. Oh wait, it's trying. Cycle it a little. Not exactly as graceful as it should be. Yeah, there's no power steering. Alright, go look and see if we got a fluid level issue on the transmission, wherever that is, and how we go about checking that. Checked up in the air. I'm gonna go just try the 3-point hitch PTO output and see what we get, see if the tiller is functional and all that kind of stuff, and we'll worry about the fact that it doesn't go up and down yet a little bit later. Again, I'm just trying to do an assessment what's up with the tractor, and it had to be parked for some reason where it didn't work and the hood got ripped off of it, so that we may have found it and maybe not. See what we get.
that's all works. It's all nice and quiet. No issue there. Again, we just got to figure out what's happening with the 3-point head. It might be just something goofy that I'm missing and I'm not quite catching it, or something may have broke on that and caused an issue. Still not sure. But I'm going to say that we're going to go break this one up right here, guys. I'd like to continue, but I think my videos are getting a little too long on the long side, so maybe we'll bust them up a little bit. We got a lot to do on this tractor anyway, and I got to save some for another video, right? All right, with that, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for hanging out with me and dragging stuff out of abandoned properties and seeing what we got and trying to bring them back to life. So until the next one, I'll see you then. Later. And a little addition, on the last video we just got done finishing up the log splitter the week before. If you guys haven't seen that video, there's one of same place that the tractor came from, this log splitter came from. Anyway, a couple things on the end of it. When we went to go fire it up and use it, the gas tank, which was the original mount where it was located, the way it was set up, but they had moved the gas tank and kind of strapped it to the top for a reason. That reason was when you split a log, the log half would want to fall and land on the gas tank. So I ended up putting some outriggers on it to help support it, so when you cut a log, it doesn't fall. Each side also doesn't land on your feet on the other side, and then you can just take the pieces and keep rotating them and splitting them off. I left the air gap here. If that's going to be an issue later on, I might fill them in, but I'm going to see how that does. Figure it'll allow for like debris and stuff to go fall through, just like they have down below here, the little holes to let the crap out of it. And what else? I did the charging system. I tried changing the voltage regulator. I had one, it still does not work, so the magneto underneath the flywheel is no good, and just did some labeling of what we got for controls on that. It should be run good for us. I'm going to go run it at the cabin for a while. I got a bunch of trees to cut up and split up. There's probably about a cord and a half to be taken care of, and then I'll bring it back to the house. All right, guys, now we're done.